I just learned of Frank Ford's passing, and I'm really saddened by it. I'm a 75-year-old woodworker and luthier. I don't have too many heroes in my life. Frank was at the top of my short list of craftsmen. I discovered his website, frets.com, in the late 1990s and spent weeks reading and learning from his articles. His website showed how to do a multitude of things on stringed instruments and answered a lot of questions for me. I considered this the equivalent of a college course in lutherie. Back in the year 2000, I attended an ASIA, that's the Association of Stringed Instrument Artisans, Luthiers Symposium in Nashville, Tennessee. Frank was one of the presenters at this symposium. I had the pleasure of meeting him and watching him refret a Martin guitar. He showed us his techniques and even gave out a checklist of things to do on a fret job. I still have mine. He made it look easy. He was a mild-mannered guy who didn't appear to have an ego and was good at explaining what he did. I've emailed him a few times through the years with questions. He always found the time to respond and advise me. I give him credit for most of the things I've learned through the years. I always felt like I could contact him if I got in a jam. Now that he's gone, it seems like I'm on my own, but he left us a lot of great information on his website. Frank always talked about his hero, Mario. Mario was a luthier that Frank learned a lot from and for whom he had a lot of respect. Frank said he always asked himself, what would Mario do when he was challenged by a repair job? Frank was my Mario. I'll miss him. A lot of craftsmen seem unwilling to share their knowledge with others. I suspect they are afraid that they will be surpassed by other folks. Frank laid it out for everyone to see on his website and in his live demonstrations. I've told people for years that if Frank Ford said it, you could count on it being right. He didn't pass along something he'd read in a book. Frank showed folks what he'd spent a lifetime learning by doing it. The internet is filled with videos and websites of folks sharing their knowledge of their craft. A lot of these folks aren't really qualified to share something with others and are only trying to make money. Frank was the real thing. In the last few years, Frank shared some of his machine shop and tool making techniques. These are also some treasures to read. Frank had the knack of showing you something and making you think, why didn't I think of that? I hope someone will take over and maintain his website or make it into a book. There will never be another Frank Ford.